Greetings, royal family. Welcome back to the channel. And also welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. And even though it's not morning where I am, it's morning somewhere. Thanks for tuning in. All right, I just wanted to slide through with another quick video with some little hot topics just to keep you guys entertained and maybe a little bit distracted for some of you. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. Auntie Wendy Williams. So Auntie Wendy was spotted out yesterday in the New York City streets. Did you guys see this? She posted this picture, to her Instagram. Now she was holding a newspaper and she was wearing her protective mask, okay? And she captioned the IG post, "Wow, June is here. I didn't see paparazzi, but okay. I needed my stuff before NYC dark. Black lives have always mattered. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag NYPD. Hashtag peace. Hashtag a red heart." Now, she did come under fire because she hashtagged the NYPD. But Wendy has always shown her respect for law enforcement, and she did, use the hashtag Black Lives Matter. So this made me wonder, okay, because I previously reported that Tasha K, who is a popular YouTuber, reported that Wendy Williams was in the hospital in New York. So this photo could mean one of two things. It could mean that she was never in the hospital, or she isn't in the hospital, and that's why she's holding that paper. That looks very strategic how she's holding that paper. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday's paper, because this was posted yesterday, June 1st, 2020. Or it could mean that she's actually out of the hospital. She's out of the hospital, and she's trying to jump on this story that Tasha K put out and is getting ready to follow up on. Either way, I am glad that she is alive. So she could have been released from her alleged hospital stay. She could have never been hospitalized. Either way, it's good to see that she is alive. There's some things that I noticed in the image that leads me to believe that she was hospitalized. And I just find it interesting that when Tasha K reported that Wendy was in the hospital a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, all of a sudden now Wendy pops out with a picture. She's holding the newspaper. "Oh, I didn't see paparazzi, but okay." Okay, Wendy. And I noticed also I didn't see any other publications report on her outing or her being hospitalized. So either way, I'm just glad, I'm glad that she's alive. And I know that may sound a tad dramatic, but she's out and about and hopefully getting whatever care she needs. So we shall see how this all turns out. Okay. Moving along. Nickelodeon, they are showing their support for justice. Now, Nickelodeon is a popular children's television network. They actually went off the air for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. They are basically making it very clear that they're in support of justice, equality, and human rights. So this image was posted on their network, and I feel like this is a beautiful and powerful message for children to see. Hopefully you guys can see the image clearly. So it just has a list of declarations for kids' rights. You have the right to a world that is peaceful. You have the right to be seen, heard, and respected as a citizen of the world. You have the right to be treated with equality regardless of the color of your skin. You have the right to be protected from harm, injustice, and hatred. So that's just to name a few. So this was posted up on their social media, and this was also posted up on their network when they went mute, I guess. They went off the air, I should say, for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And that 8 minutes and 46 seconds is very symbolic, and it applies to George Floyd. Okay. Um, I was shocked by this. I really was shocked in a good way, though, not in a bad way. And I like the fact that they have these declarations, these positive affirmations for kids to see. I know some of the younger kids were not here for it. They were not feeling their, being their Paw Patrol being interrupted. Okay. They don't care nothing about this. But some of the kids that are a little bit older, who have an idea of what's going on, if their parents choose to discuss this with them, what's going on socially, it's a good declaration. So I actually took a screenshot of this, and I'm the parent that does the positive affirmation sticky notes on the mirror. And my little one says those positive affirmations every morning when she's brushing her teeth and looking in the mirror. So these I will add. So, if you want to take a screenshot of this and you want to say it to yourself or give these to your children or any children that you know for them to repeat and say, that would be a good idea. Just a suggestion. Now, they also posted another image on their Twitter page, making their message loud and clear. So as you can see, Black Lives Matter, Black culture matters, Black communities matter. And Nickelodeon wants you to know that they stand in solidarity with their Black colleagues, creators, partners, and audiences, and condemn all acts of racism, discrimination, and senseless acts of violence. So this was very, very loud and clear where Nickelodeon stands. All I can say is big up to Nickelodeon. I'm here for it. I know some people, when major entities or celebrities, show their support for equality and speaking out against racism, some people think that it's not good enough because they're celebrities, or some people think like, oh, well, the network is faking, or, let's see how long they keep up that energy. Anyone who uses their voice, their influence, their platform, their money to speak out against atrocious acts of violence, senseless acts of violence fueled by racism, discrimination, prejudice, etc., I show respect to, whether it's for a limited time or whether it's for a lifetime. So I respect the effort. And shout out to all of the protesters that are on the battlefield and protesters that are not on the battlefield and behind the scenes are working with corporate entities, calling the mayor's office, calling governors, calling state representatives, calling lawyers who are working pro bono for people who are wrongly detained and arrested. Shout out to those people too. So I don't care if someone does one phone call to the mayor's office or their state representative. That's effort to me. So I don't want to discredit anybody's efforts in this movement. And I'm grateful to each and every individual that is on the front lines, especially risking their lives. And I'll probably be saying this quite often. So for those of you who are new to the channel, hi, I'm Royal B, So let's not discredit. Well, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not going to discredit anyone who is putting their life, their livelihood or whatever on the line to make an impact. Whether we think it's big or small, that doesn't matter. All right, rant over. Moving along. Wendy's. Let me tell you something. Cancel Culture Headquarters has been working overtime. Okay? Wendy's fast food restaurant is now on the canceled list. Now, this is according to Twitter, okay? You know how Twitter gets down. That's a different beast. Apparently, the CEO of Wendy's has been documented. Well, it's documented that he donated $400,000+ to Cheeto Head's campaign for re-election. Now, this donation, according to the Business Insider, according to The Blast, and according to other Twitter articles, this donation got the CEO an advisory role on the board in reference to reopening the country. Now, once the people found this out, all hell broke loose. So the people are not having it. They're canceling Wendy's. If you look on Twitter, you will see that Wendy's is canceled and they're going in. They're not having it. And they are saying, damn Wendy's and their raggedy ass 4 for $4s. So let me know if you heard this. I mean, are you going to cancel Wendy's because they made donations to the Cheeto Heads campaign? If you do, no judgment here. If you don't, no judgment here. Just share your respectful opinions. Let me know. All right, up next, we're moving this train along. Self-proclaimed comedian. I'm so shady. Self-proclaimed comedian B. Simone. She also made the cancellation list. So recently on Twitter, she posted, I'm not living to please man. I'm here to please God at the end of the day. I am a Christian. I'm God-fearing. I have to answer to him. I'm going to ask myself, what would Jesus do? Not what would an angry black woman do. I am angry, but I'm also trying to be godly. On top of that, she posted this on Twitter because she was receiving backlash in reference to her opinions about people on the front lines protesting and the manner that they choose to protest. She was getting a lot of backlash, and she also went on to write or type on Twitter, doing your part is more than social media. Doing your part is loving your neighbors, praying for the enemy, calling your black friends and checking on them, signing petitions, donating, meditating, looking in the mirror, and becoming better. Before I try to lead, let me examine myself. So a lot of people were in an uproar about her saying that her Christian values will allow her to pray for her enemies, even in the midst of what's going on right now socially. Well, a lot of people weren't feeling it. So apparently she and Desi Banks is another comedian. I'm not sure what Desi Banks said, but they were both on the cancellation list. You know, I think that a lot of public figures, especially black entertainers, some of them being young, some of them choose to be careful what they say, and then some don't. My whole thing is, in my opinion, if somebody's views don't align with mine and they're black as well, just like me, if I don't have to work with them or my livelihood is not tied to being associated with them, I mean, yeah, I'm going to have my opinion, but not so much so that I'm going to get on social media and blast them and tear them down. That's just my opinion. However, I feel that I understand that people are very passionate about a multitude of things, especially what's going on now. And I cannot tell anyone, I normally don't anyway, but I don't think I have the right to tell anyone how angry they should be, because certain things trigger people. You know, like B. Simone is someone that she has an audience, and maybe her young audience, old audience, middle-aged audience, whomever, maybe her audience looks up to her in a certain way, and they expected her to be a right fighter, I guess, or a freedom fighter. And when she didn't behave that way, then they started dragging her. Yeah, I don't know, B. Simone. I don't know, girl, because I didn't look back on a lot of her tweets or on the threads, because I was just saying to myself, all right, well, if you want to pray for your enemy, you want to use your Christian values, you want to evaluate yourself first before you get angry. That's your choice. That's your choice. So she did end up going out to join the peaceful protests, though. And she was screaming like, woohoo, it just looked a little bit forced. I'm going to be honest. I saw the video and it was just like, yeah, she was screaming woohoo like she was at a concert. Some people are saying that her protest efforts were fake and they ain't buying it. And the only reason why she went out there to protest is because she got dragged. So tell me if you were following this story or this situation with B. Simone. And tell me what you think. I mean, a lot of celebrities are coming, or public figures are coming under fire. And that's fine, but I can't knock B. Simone being out there. I won't knock B. Simone being out there screaming woohoo. That's totally fine. She was out there. You know what I mean? She put her foot to the pavement, and she's risking her life, because we see the melee and the mayhem that's going on out there during these protests. You don't even have to be a part of the protests to be a casualty of war, right? So thank God she was out there, and she came back home safely, and she's, all is well with her. She was out there with a group of people. So whether it was fake, in my opinion, whether it was fake or she did it for a publicity stunt, she was still out there, and it could have gone left, and it didn't. So let me know what you guys think. Share your thoughts in the comments. All right. This guy, the Tiger King, Joe Exotic, I'm like, what is he doing back in the news? Now, according to the Hollywood Reporter, he's back in the news because a federal judge ruled that Joe Exotic had to hand over his zoo properties to his arch nemesis, Carol Baskin. And this was a part of a $1 million trademark judgment. Joe Exotic is currently in jail. And I know he is kicking the walls because he could not stand Carol Baskin. So, I mean, Joe, I get it. Carol Baskin, in my opinion, was no different than Joe Exotic. They both are one and the same. But whatever. Sorry, Joe Exotic. It's a couple of crises going on out here. Okay, so you kind of on your own. You and your tiger. All right, Royal Family, that is it. Those are all the topics that I have for today. Make sure you drop in your respectful comments, Royal Family. So hopefully I provided some light entertainment for you guys to keep you a little bit distracted. Be sure to protect your mental health at all costs. As much as you can. I know it's not easy. I have said this before, and I'm going to continue to keep saying it. Make sure you like the video if you enjoyed the commentary. Drop down in the comments if you are watching the replay, and let me know what you think. If you have any more information about the B. Simone situation, share it. What do you think about Wendy Williams, the image that was posted on her Instagram page? Do you think she was in the hospital? Do you think she wasn't in the hospital? Does it matter? Are you glad to see Wendy out and about with her newspaper and her face mask? As far as Tiger King and Carol Baskin, it is what it is. Wendy's, are you still going to be eating at Wendy's if you patronize that business? So I just want to hear from you guys. Let's keep the conversation lighthearted and respectful. All ignorance will be deleted. Thanks in advance. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, Royal Family, if you haven't done so already. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Click the notification bell because I will be back. And I look forward to reading your comments. I'm signing off for now. But until next time, peace.